Hello, welcome to On Trail. Today we're with Derek from RADco. That's a little bit of your history of mountain biking. How'd you get into it? Where did it get started?
For sure. So I've been coaching on and off for the last 20, 30 years.
Wow.
Been in BMX for years, racing and freestyle. My buddies actually came together and we came up with the name RADco in our health class.
That's awesome.
Grade 9 health class, so that's kind of been around for a while. We got a couple of boys and we started getting into coaching with Durham Shredders.
Yep.
Near Oshawa there. So a lot of little guys, great program to introduce kids into riding and never really ride with buddies and stuff. So it's been a real great team. And then you can progress to a race team.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've been doing that, and then also ride at Joyride quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So doing a lot of skills there.
Yep.
So that's lots of fun. And then, so now we're here at Horseshoe trying to get some feel for what the new season brings.
What do you think the advantage, if any, there is of starting off in BMX and then going to mountain biking?
I mean, my boys came from motocross background, so a little bit different, but that kind of fixes the fear. But then they got into BMX and being able to maneuver around the bike and really understand air awareness, like if you really want to get to that next level. Not racing so much, but just from a skill level. It's you can't touch it, because you can't mimic that anywhere else. The skills that you can take from BMX and then apply them to your dirt jumper or your mountain bike. You can't even touch it.
How has mountain biking changed?
Well, I mean, I remember back in the days. I mean, I have my old mountain cycle, if you guys remember that one. You know, we had about 100 mil of travel, and it was just full sand, and it was just hardcore, no real man-made features. It wasn't really it was just more of a hiking trail per se. And it was just who can ever get down the fastest. So the bikes have really changed that. They're safer. The trails are more groomed for mountain biking versus just a hiking trail. So it's, I mean, that's the biggest change.
Dedicated trails, right?
Yeah, absolutely dedicated trails.
You get the right tool for the right job.
And then we just want to do it faster and faster, That's kind of where. So so it's changed quite a bit, for the better, obviously.
So how did it grow over the time? So
we're a freestyle team. And there was 4 or 5 of us that kind of worked together, and then kind of got kids and family and life in school, so everything kind of dies out a bit. And then I got 2 boys, and as soon as they came old enough to ride, which I think was like 6 months out of the womb, we built some ramps and got into motocross a little bit.
That's awesome.
And then then we kind of came back, and as they got older, we got into mountain biking as a family. So my wife actually did I think it was Fly Girls here way back. She got into downhill mountain biking a little bit because I did that. And one boy really loved downhill. My other one really liked racing. So then we kind of just expanded and more. And then we started talking to friends, and because of the background and having ridden so much, it was like, oh, can you teach us some little tricks, little things, And it just grew and grew. And now all my coaches are certified, and I'm NCCP facilitator as well. So I can coach coaches and train them to be certified for Durham Shredders, so I do that as well. And it's just continuing to grow, and it's been awesome.
So you're in the Durham area. What are the trails like out there?
I would say it's intermediate to maybe advanced in some of the areas, but very fast flowy. If you've ever been to Durham Forest, it's a fast flowy little area.
So the only place I've been to in that whole spot is the Wednesday night race series. Woody's
with Corey Purchase. So that's Wood Newton. Wood Newton. And that's where they do the Woody series. So if you ever want to get it and try racing for the first time, hit them up. They're a great little organization. I was just there last Wednesday supporting them, and that's one of the things RADco, we just support guys, and we're working with Corey to develop new trails in there, and again, just make it be a safer sport. Really, that's what I got behind it. Because I see a lot of people getting into it, and they, there's some really bad injuries. I mean, we've all ridden and have injuries as the older we get. I mean,
absolutely.
Collarbones to knees, so that's where I thought, there's a real need to really focus on safety. And teaching people properly. Because everyone wants to they see the videos, right? I want to learn how to jump. I want to do drops. I want to do all this. But to teach it safely. And that's the key part, is teaching it safely, right? And then having the proper skill down the road, right? That's one of my biggest things, is progressing. When we have jumps, that they're very progressive, and that's one of the things that we're going to look at today. I mean, Horseshoe has some great progressive jumps. They got some great drops to learn on, and then you can take it. And also, when you apply that skill to it, it makes you such a better and safer rider.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I can see they're turning on the lifts, so we better go get on trail. Thanks very much for chatting with us today. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, no problem.
If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out ontrail.ca for details. See you on trail. And and with better bikes, you can get more people involved because they can feel more confident with what they're with what they're doing, right?
Keeping it clean here at Horseshoe.
There we go.